So today I want to talk about a highly requested subject, that is ballistic training. What is ballistic training? When you're studying the concept of explosive power development, you're going to come across a bunch of different terms. You're going to come across plyometrics, Olympic weightlifting, stretch shortening cycle, rate of force development, all of those things. It can be a little bit confusing, I understand, but this is the purpose of my channel. I want to make all of those terms clear so that you can make your own judgments later. So ballistic training is a training method mainly used for power and or velocity development, and the idea is that you want to maximize the acceleration phase of every lift and completely remove like the deceleration phase, the braking phase. In plain English, this means that, for instance, if you have a back squat, a regular back squat, a barbell back squat, for example, what happens? You squat down with control and you go up, and then you lock the weight out. But what happens at the lockout? The force, it just stops, bam, like this. So you are strong, and then it just stops. It doesn't continue all the way. For some sports, this is problematic. For example, take a jumper in track and field. When they jump, their body is gonna leave the ground. They are not just gonna stop in the middle of the jump. So they need to be strong in this phase also when their body leaves the ground. So a lot of sports scientists and studies, they say it's problematic to only like work on compound strength exercises like the back squat, because a high jumper, for example, they need to be explosive in the other aspect as well, like when your body leaves the ground. So then you can also perform a back squat jump instead of just a back squat. And this back squat jump is a ballistic variation of the back squat. It is of that flight nature. In essence, a ballistic exercise is anything of flight nature or projectile nature, like it has to continue, it can't just break. A bench press is not ballistic, but a bench press throw is ballistic. If you just bench press and lock out, you break at the end. If you do a bench press throw, the weight, it leaves your body and it continues. So the acceleration is just continued like this. If we were to analyze like the force production of a ballistic exercise and non-ballistic, for example the back squat, the force production is gonna be U-shaped. You're gonna be strong from the start, and then you're gonna peak, and then it's gonna decrease again because your body wants to protect you from like your joints dislocating, so it's gonna stop at the end of the range of motion. So it's strong, 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 and then weak again. Weak, strong, strong, then weak again. However, in a back squat jump, the graph would just go up like this because the acceleration, it continues, it never breaks. This is the difference. So who is ballistic training useful for? Ballistic training is useful for athletes that are of their sport requires like a flight nature. Either you have to like leave the ground with your body and continue upwards in jumping events, for example, or you have to throw something as far as possible. So mostly track and field, we have high jump, long jump, we have discus throw where you have to throw a discus, or shot put, javelin throw, and I even use some ballistic variations for my boxers like the medicine ball throw. It depends on the sport, and you could say that Olympic lifting variations are also ballistic-ish. They are not 100% ballistic because even though, for example, if you compare a power clean to a deadlift, the power clean, yes, it has more range of motion than a deadlift, but it also has to stop when you catch it. So it is like, it could be like semi-ballistic. 100% ballistic exercises are things such as a back squat jump, and most of the plyometric exercises, like when you jump, when you throw a ball as far as you can, when you throw a javelin as far as you can. This is ballistic training. And you would train ballistic training mostly exactly as any other power training method. You use few repetitions to ensure that you can put 100% effort in every repetition so that you train your brain to produce as much force as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. You know, your capacity to recruit as many motor units as possible. This is the essence of ballistic training. Power development it is mainly used for. So explosive intentions in every set every rep and long rest periods so that your body can recover. Your creatine phosphate system, the strongest system in your body, can recover so that the reps are quality. This is not about quantity, this is about quality. You want to put as much mental effort on every repetition as possible and maximize the acceleration phase in every lift. I hope you now understand what ballistic training is all about. Thanks for watching.